Hello, 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 hello. How are you? You're following me? Yes. I follow. I follow you. والله قدس مشاركة الشاشة Windows. Stop share. Stop.
Business. That moment earned him the attention of a powerful crime boss, but by crime, he wanted a kid who didn't know anything about the world. But Franklin insisted on working with him, so the boss pulled out a bulletproof vest and told him to prove himself, which led to the scene at the beginning. Franklin didn't hesitate. Maybe the drug lord saw a younger version of himself in Franklin and purposely shot off target to spare him. In return, Franklin received one key to face the consequences. For any rookie, this was an impossible mission, but Franklin was willing to do anything to change his life. Back to the main story, Franklin went to his uncle's house for help, but when his uncle heard it was a whole kilo, he immediately refused, even he couldn't sell that much in a single day and didn't want trouble. Get that stuff out of my house. But Franklin's aunt had overheard everything. Later, as Franklin lay on his bed staring blankly at the drugs, someone knocked on the door. It was they were allowed to meet the boss, Crane. The aunt introduced Franklin, and all three entered a private room, but Crane suddenly turned hostile. I don't know you, but I think I've been tricked. Louis, let me try it. Let me see how it tastes. Her men said the product was good. Crane then asked Franklin where he got it. Facing a gun pointed at him, Franklin didn't flinch. He told her the product belonged to a powerful figure in the drug world and that he was only doing it. If she bought all of it today, he'd bring another kilo tomorrow. But if she killed him, she'd be facing a crew of killers who would come looking for him. Crane thought for a moment, then lowered her gun, and just like that, Franklin made the first real money of his life. Seeing that gun in his face made Franklin realize that if he didn't grow stronger, he'd always be a target. The need to become powerful rooted itself in his mind. Looking at the stack of cash in his hands, Franklin couldn't help but smile. He never knew making money could be this easy. A wild idea instantly crossed his mind. He went back to the drug lord who supplied him, but the boss was in trouble. One of his men had tested the bulletproof vest and was dying after a single shot. They needed to get him to a hospital, but the driver feared getting arrested. Franklin immediately made an offer, give him 2 more kilos, and he'd safely deliver the injured man to the hospital. The drug lord saw that the kid knew how to seize opportunities, so he agreed. If Franklin succeeded, he'd get access to a high-quality supply. After that, the drug lord taught Franklin how to respond if the police questioned him, but Franklin barely paid attention. He already had plenty of experience dealing with this kind of situation. He stepped on the gas, sped to the hospital, dumped the injured guy at the entrance, and drove off without caring whether the man lived or died. Another load. The boss grew more impressed with Franklin. The bold kid reminded him of himself when he was younger. Good job. Drive carefully. Don't get into an accident. If you do, I won't be seeing my money again. That night, Franklin went back to see Crane. Since they had already worked together once, the deal went smoothly. but Franklin had no idea he had just stepped into someone else's territory. A major buyer like Crane always had other suppliers. Now that Franklin had cut into their profits, there was no way those people would stay quiet. As Franklin was about to drive home, a small car suddenly pulled up behind him. Before he could run, someone punched him to the ground. They beat him, took all the cash he had earned, and when Franklin tried to fight back, the attacker pulled a gun on him, and before leaving, he even stole Franklin's beloved car. That moment made Franklin truly feel the helplessness of being weak. He silently vowed that one day, he would build his own empire here. He then went to Crane. The next day, Franklin met up with his close